Hello, everybody. The name is Limbaler Jr., and I am here with two DJ legends. I was about to say rising, but no, they are absolute legends in my eyes. No. You are just as legendary as this man here. We have Rohaan over here on this side and Craze over here on this side. For Craze, needs no introduction, but I'll give it anyway. This is a man who absolutely dominated the early 2000s with his work in the DMC World Championships and absolutely killed it over and over again with just his incredible EPs, particularly the Skeletta EP in 2012. And now he is entering into his drum and bass state, which I am so happy that you have joined us on this side in drum and bass. And Rohaan, drum and bass, eats, sleeps, breathes it, and it is in his career from 2012, 2013, 2014, ever since he made his few little flips on 2015 to where he is now, headlining the Meadows, and not only that, headlining Hard Summer, headlining Beyond Wonderland, headlining, oh my goodness, it's a long list. I don't want to go into it too much, but I'm just telling you, the resume is quite massive. So to have you both here in NYC, blessing us with your presence and your talent, I had nothing but just love, respect, and gratitude. All I gotta say is just thank you, and thank you both for just coming here to the Meadows to bless us. That's the first thing I have to say. And just, I have nothing, I can't repeat it over and over again. Just thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate it, bro.
It wasn't always like this. We had to go from the very beginnings and stuff like that. So I had to ask just one big question. I'll start with you, Craze.
Sure.
What made you want to start DJing, having those turntables, buying those records, and just like playing out to crowds?
I was just like really big into like hip hop at the time, and I couldn't rap, I couldn't break, I couldn't do anything. My brother was a DJ. I was looking up to him, and I was just like, this looks cool. Mm-hmm. And then I just started watching all the battles, and I was like, this looks really cool. And started practicing and started winning a lot of shit, and I was just having fun with it.
And that's pretty much, is that the total gist of being a DJ, which is basically having fun with it? Even if you make a mistake with the transitions, like switching records, it's all about having fun with it.
Yeah, and it was just like something to do that was keeping me busy.
And look at where it took you now.
Yeah.
And speaking to you, Rohaan, how'd you get into DJing?
Originally, I wanted to be either a sniper or a pilot. So yeah, I was in the cadets for quite some time, and then I went to go see Skrillex and Flux Pavilion live. I used to play a shit ton of Call of Duty, and we were hearing their music in like montages and everything like that. And also, my mum brought me up through a lot of electronic music anyway. And that was my first individual show that I went to like with my friends, and I kind of left that and I was like, I want to do whatever those guys are doing. My mum was like, give it a month, and if I felt the same in a month, she'd honor it, and she did, and I quit RAF Cadets, and now I'm here.
Well, you didn't just quit that, because I remember, if not mistaken, when you got bigger and bigger in your career, you quit like one of your like day jobs to like really propel your way through this career full time.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to say that I'm so blessed and honored to say that you made a pretty great decision, and you are blessed with your music and your incredible talent. And again, thank you for doing that and choosing that path. And now I have to ask this: how did you and Craze meet? Because I feel like it began in 2017 when this man played one of your songs with you and Laxity, another rising EDM legend, and
the Essential Mix.
The Essential Mix, the BBC R1 Essential Mix. Is that how you guys like met, or was it like in another way?
Well, that's how I found out about him.
My mum printed that. Isn't that funny? My mum printed that on a piece of paper. Yeah.
I remember.
She screenshotted the web page. That's hilarious.
I'm always looking for new music. Somehow that got in my inbox, and I was doing an Essential Mix, and I just put it on there. I didn't know anything about him. I was just like, this is fire. I want to put this shit on, and that's it.
And as time went on, like, did you guys, after that happened and your mom framed it, I feel number one, Mom, how do you guys say, you know what, we gotta like do something together?
It's been a while though, because it's only until I've been coming to the States that it kind of even made sense. You know, because prior to that we could send you demos and things like that, but right now, Yeah, it makes perfect sense, and especially because now that I'm here, like we did the tour together as well, and the buffalo.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Amazing.
That was fire.
That was wild. Like they just got it. There's loads of people there. The energy was right, and even like all the staff, like just like everybody involved,
and even just connecting. Like we're on the same agency, so it was just like Rohaan's on. He was like, "You want to do some shows with him?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Wild.
Yeah.
That is amazing to hear, and I'm just happy that you were in the same management, and that's how you guys like really grew and like respect one another and their styles. But the one big question I want to ask is now is this to you, Craze, for you being in like the whole DJ scene for quite a long time and seeing like the evolution of from turntables to laptops to MIDIs to FL Studio to Ableton to how it is right now, it's like it seems like there's a mixed bag. Like you're both happy that it's evolving and it's like no spreading to the masses, but at the same time there is a bit of that like old school soul that's like no one's really respecting or paying attention to it. You've mentioned in one of your interviews that people are trying to look for the next big thing that is popular, and the trends are always switching, is always changing. Like, no, we go on one fad and then move on to the next, not to the next, not to the next. But we're not really finding the true roots of what DJ is and what it's all about. Am I on the money, or is that a bit of a stretch?
Yeah, but there's always like a good balance of like keeping it true to like the culture and elevating the art form, and that's what I've always been on. I embraced technology as soon as it came out. Like I was one of the first ones using DVS. I was always just like, what's gonna make my job easier for me to be more creative, and that's where I'm always at that level of like, I'll embrace everything and just like try to like just be more creative with it.
Understood.
Yeah.
So what made your journey through DJing like lead you to the genre that is what we're hearing right now, drum and bass?
Well, shit, I got into it like 99, 98.
1999.
98.
Was there like artists that that were like doing that type of thing at the time?
It was one of my first times going to Europe, and I was in Munich, and I heard Hype and Shy FX.
Hype and Shy FX.
Yeah, and back then I was like really just like a hip hop boy. I was winning all the DMCs. Back then it was still considered rave. Everything that was not hip hop was like techno.
Right.
We didn't know what the fuck anything was. And I heard Shy FX and Hype, and I was just like, being from Miami, I was like, this is some Yardie shit. And it made sense to me. It was just like, all right, this is electronic music I could fuck with. Because the other stuff, I couldn't fuck with it. And that changed my life. I was in a room and I was watching Shy FX spin Bambaataa, and I was like, this is like Rapper's Delight on 45. And it just blew my mind. And at that time I was getting out of hip hop because it was becoming real materialistic and real, it wasn't like what I grew up on. And drum and bass made sense because it was all about the music. So
right. It was just no words. Well, there's obviously both beats and flows and such, but it was like sped up into like another degree.
It was the vibe that I got from hip hop.
Right.
When I got into hip hop, I was like, it's all about the music. Everybody's going crazy just for the music. They don't care what the DJ looks like or what he's doing. They're just like, it's all about the music. That's
amazing. Yeah. And Rohaan, what made you get into like really focus a lot of your time and effort in drum and bass?
Well, I kind of equally, so I grew up with it, so my mum just kind of flooded, like any long car journey we had, I would naturally have those, and she used to buy me like the early UKF CDs. That was like normal. I had like all the Pendulum and Prodigy shit, so I was like naturally influenced from that anyway, but I didn't actually want to make it because any genre I was making at the time, I ended up kind of not despising, but the magic was gone. You know, when you start making, you kind of take it, you piece it, you take it apart, and it wasn't as magical anymore. So I avoided drum and bass for a while. My goal was to be I wanted to do this full time.
Right.
Streaming wasn't going to do that for me. And so I was doing lo-fi music, trying to incorporate that, and I was trying to get more streams that way. And
which, dare I say, did help you out a little bit because it got you into a certain gaming software called Ubisoft and Rainbow Six Siege. That's pretty dang incredible, man.
Yeah, 100%, which is amazing, man. And then, naturally, I progressed slowly back into making drum and bass. Well, drum and bass, and that just kind of lifted off. And we went into the pandemic. Then throughout the pandemic, I just made as much music as I could. And then with this young man behind the camera, my manager Chirag, we kind of worked out how to release it, and then I released like one track every month.
That is amazing.
Momentum, really.
Incredible to hear. And of course, that effort, that time you spent making more music in the pandemic led to I believe, one of your greatest works so far in your career, the Bleach LP. Tell me, how did that kind of come to be?
Dude, the Bleach LP was just a myriad of demos. And I actually sent a full demo pack to like every label you can think of, from Vision, Critical, just everyone.
Hospital,
all of those said no. I then sent it to Matzo. He said yes, and then I actually remade every song. That's the Bleach LP that you hear now. Mm-hmm. And then since then, I've released on all those labels, except for Critical. I've released on all the other labels.
So Critical is going to be next, right?
Huh?
Critical is going to be next?
Well, maybe. I kind of want to go independent now, I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But we'll see where that takes us, you know?
Well then, and also, if I'm not mistaken, this man here did a bit of a rework on one of those Bleach tracks, am I correct?
Well, yeah, no.
No, it was
No, Musket.
Yes, Musket.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it was Musket.
Yeah.
I
want to release those so much.
I'm glad that you mentioned Musket, because that to me was that was a pretty big deal, because, well, for one big thing, it had Flowdan in there. We're talking about the Subtronics gassed up Flowdan. We're talking the Rumble Skrillex Fred Again Rumble, the Grammy Award winning song that just won this year, and you're working with the vocalist of that song. I had to know, tell me, how did that one come to be, to work with someone as incredible as Flowdan?
Well, that was, I don't know, we made the track. That track was like a year old, so I had a ton of different versions of it. Mm-hmm. We then just pitched it to him. They liked it, and he got on it. I don't know, there wasn't that much mystery around it. But I did end up going to his house, and we did like a whole recording session there later on. And I'm now using those vocals we recorded then on like a new track now. I feel like I sent you it maybe, but I didn't send you it.
So it was like your personal Flowdan sample pack.
Basically, yeah. He's crazy. He literally just sits there, listens to the beat, and then closes his eyes. And then when his eyes open again, he's done. Wild.
Some Jay-Z vibes.
It's almost like a superpower.
Like he just and then opened his eyes, and he just kind of did it.
I don't know why Flowdan, why did you not think of maybe, I don't know, making a splice track, vocal pack? I feel like we all would absolutely freaking love it.
I think he has.
He has?
Yeah. But not on Splice.
Well, not on Splice.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned Splice because that's like the one place you go to get your sample packs, your vocal packs, any type of packs you need, to make your own music or get inspiration from other artists. So that's why I mentioned Splice. But if he's already done it, then I gotta look and see where that is, because
100%.
I gotta hear a bit of that myself. Because Flowdan, we love you so much. Thank you so much for all the work you do for the EDM scene. Sincerely, we really appreciate you. And that Grammy would have not been won if not for your incredible freaking voice. Thank you so much. And thanks so much for helping out something incredible as Rohaan with the song Musket. And now to ask this question now, it's a question for you and for Craze. Is there a moment in your career that is like your most proudest moment? It could be for you, it could be, we'll start with Craze.
Winning the third time DMC.
Nice.
The third consecutive win.
Yeah. It was just because nobody had done it before. It was in London. It was at the O2 Arena, and my parents were there. My family was there.
Was A-Track there?
A-Track was there, and I battled we won the teams too. I won the solo, and then me and him won together as a team, and it was payback because the British guys beat us in New York. So we went to London and we smoked them in London.
Wow.
So that felt great.
Musically smoked them.
Smoked them. So that was it.
That is awesome to hear. No offense to the British, we love you so much. We love UK, fish and chips, tea, pip and all that jazz. Your proudest moment?
It was Red Rocks this year just gone, and I was able to get my mum out for it, so that was cool.
Family guys.
That's it, family guys.
Dead Rocks number 9.
Yeah, I think it was Dead Rocks. Number 9.
How did it feel to perform?
That was unbelievable.
How did it feel to perform such a legendary stage?
It felt amazing. But I will say, I also felt like I was in my bedroom. Because when you're looking up at it, I had no perceived sort of. It was a brand new thing that I was perceiving, and you don't really see the individual. You see the masses.
Right.
So it felt like I was DJing to no one. So I felt very comfortable, which I was surprised. I just felt very at home. Whereas when you do more intimate shows, even like this tonight,
like this show tonight,
I can see the individual, I can hear the individual.
Right.
It's much more real, So it's it feels different, yeah.
Understood. So do you prefer performing in large crowds that you can focus and be oh, I'm just another bedroom producer playing on stage?
Clubs. I love both, but
Okay.
ultimately, yeah, clubs.
It's mostly clubs because you really want that intimate feel, like when you're playing any type of music out there for the crowd to enjoy and listen to.
Well, yeah, like we have this club called Hidden in Manchester, and that's just, in my opinion, the best club I've ever played. So.
Is it like trying to get back to like the roots of the warehouse?
Yeah, I mean I was gonna say too. For me, I like smaller clubs too because you can get away. You can get away with more stuff. Like the bigger the crowd, the safer you have to be, in my opinion. Just because like, all right, there's a lot of motherfuckers here. Let's go. But like smaller clubs, yeah. I mean,
if I'm in the debate on that, because I feel like if you're playing to a bigger crowd, that means you have way more eyes on top of you, way more eyes like trying like see or enjoy or listen to or like analyze what you guys are doing. So. Is like more eyes help or it like doesn't?
Nah, it's like the collective vibe. It's like more of like, hey, just give us that moment for all of us. We're like in a club, you could just be like, all right, I'm gonna go here now, and then you see this little pocket go crazy, and you're like, yee! And then you see this little pocket go crazy, and you're like, yee! So it's like it's different, and I just like smaller clubs because it's more like it challenges you more to be more creative.
Understood.
Because the eyes are on you like that. Like
exactly. I see what you mean.
In a big festival, I don't see eyes. I see a bunch of heads. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna give him this. Boom.
You disconnect from it,
Exactly.
Understood. And you also, and tying to that, you also mentioned that when it comes to being a DJ, like the difference between like being a DJ, being a producer. When you're being a DJ, it's more like it gives you the opportunity to like take more risk and like read the crowd, read the room, understand what they're doing, and like see what to play next, because it like makes you like stay on your toes, if I may say so.
Yes.
So so do you prefer like being more of a DJ or being more of a producer? Because I'm gonna say your producer tags are pretty incredible. I mean, you collaborate with someone as legendary as TROYBOI and so many others out there. So like DJ Slink recently with the song Jump. Tell me how what's more comfortable to you, DJ or producing?
Well, I just really got into it heavy like during the pandemic, and I feel like production to me is like a video game, so I love it because I'm always learning something new, and I'm like, oh, now I figured this level out. All right, now I'm better here, and with DJing, like, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I've been killing that shit forever.
Right.
So it's more of like, so it's more like now I'm going backwards. Like I'm trying to be more like just having fun, where it's like I got into drum and bass. I got back into drum and bass because I was like, I want to be a kid again. I want that vibe of like,
you look great,
finding new music and all that shit again. And with production, it's the same thing. It's like I'm learning new things and I'm like trying new things. Like the shit that I did with for Musket. It was just like a future Baile remix, and I was just having fun with it. And I was just like, this sounds fire because it's nothing like this right now. You know what I mean?
That is amazing. And speaking of which, like playing sounds, playing music where there's like nothing else like it. This is something I want to ask you, and maybe this is more for like the community out there, because seems like, well, I'm happy to know that the drum and bass, the genre drum and bass is spreading. It is getting more attraction, getting more of an audience. Yes. However, you feel like we still have a long way to go, because people are still like in their comfort zones, not really expanding or listening. Is there a way for us to maybe spread more of the movement of drum and bass, the movement of any type of genre that's like rooted in the 90s, rooted in the turntables, rooted in everything in that regard, and like educate the people? What can we do?
Just keep spinning it. Just keep showing it to them. Like, that's it.
Keep playing it.
Keep playing it.
Telling your friends.
Just, that's it.
Understood.
And
keep shining.
It is a good thing that larger DJs, even ones that have nothing to do with drum and bass, do play it, because then those individuals in that crowd that would never be exposed to that or never kind of go to these events will hear, that drum and bass song, regardless of what it is, and that could be a seed then for them that then may lead them down a path of then discovering more.
That's how I got into it.
Bass, yeah. So.
Right.
The Miami kid hearing it in Germany, not even in the UK.
That's
so
amazing.
Playing it, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I have to give my love to another label that introduced me to drum and bass, the label Monster Cat. That's what got me into a lot of different genres of EDM, especially drum and bass. I listen to people like Bensley and Justin Hawks, and now I'm listening to people like, I talk about him all the freaking time, freaking Reaper. A man, I don't know if you heard about it before, but that's a man who is absolutely dominating the drum and bass game, and I'm just so proud and happy to not only saw him live and just absolutely destroy it every time he goes on stage, playing that drum and bass, Sawtooth, like Barricade, and all these songs. Just look him up, Craze. I think you're gonna love him.
That's a homie. That's a homie.
You know him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank God. I'm happy you're still like, no, in the future. Man. That's amazing. Thanks. So that's just one guy I had to speak to, because when I think of drum and bass, I think of Benzie, I think of Justin Hawks, I think of Reaper, and all these other rising legends who are pushing the game, pushing the genre. And of course, I gotta mention Blank with his Aeon mode in Dead Beats that he's absolutely killing it in the drum and bass compilation. Thank you guys so much for all you're doing for drum and bass. It's absolutely freaking incredible and amazing to witness and see this movement keep on going forward. Like you said, keep on spinning, keep on playing, tell your friends. I'm telling you guys, remember drum and bass. It is the future, and trust me, whether you like it or not, whether it's too fast for you or not, whether the bass too strong or not, it's coming. The movement is coming, and there's no stopping it, especially with these two people here stepping up to their turntables and blasting you with all their drum and bass, with all their might. And I'm so happy to witness that tonight. Now I'll have to ask this question here, since you both are collaborating together. Craze, favorite Rohaan song, go.
Musket.
Bro, mine right now of yours is that new one that you just dropped.
The Jump remix?
Bum, 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 bum.
The Slick remix. Yeah.
Nice.
No, actually on the new album, the one that I really like, it's not the church one, because you changed the names.
The Deacon.
No, it's another one.
Roll with it?
Roll with it.
Yeah.
No, that's like the more acidy one. No. It's like a roller.
Oh yeah, You Won't Forget Me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my
You
favorite
Won't
one.
Forget Me.
That's my favorite.
I'll make sure I remember to look at that song. And of course, the Slink remix of Jump, absolutely incredible. And I ended with this song. I ended with this question here, which is for both of you guys: what's next for Craze? What's next for Rohaan? Start with you, Craze.
I got a Violent EP coming out. I have a new project with TV and Palmer Reed called Greater Than. I have a two tracks single on my label Slow Roast. My label Slow Roast is putting out a lot of stuff.
With you and Kill the Noise?
Yeah, now it's just me and Matsu, but yeah, shout out Kill the Noise, love him. Just a lot of music and Disconnect to Reconnect Part 2 coming November.
Okay. Rohaan?
Nice.
What's next for you?
I've got another single coming out very soon. More shows. I'm playing Tomorrowland this year.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's loads of shows.
Yes.
More singles. Lightning in a Bottle, which I'm very excited for. So just many more music, many shows. So it's all good.
Amazing to hear. The future is looking bright for you, Rohaan. The future's looking bright for you, Craze. Well, keep on mentoring, keep on spreading the word, spreading the love of DJing, all these incredible genres out there, especially some drum and bass. Rohaan, we see you, we love you, we appreciate everything you've done so far in your career. It's absolutely incredible to see how much you have evolved and to work with some incredible legend as DJ Craze. I call him kind of like one of the Yodas of DJing. It's true. You are like one of the Yodas up there, one of the top Jedis of DJ. Do or not do, there is no try. That type of mentoring. Both of you, thank you so freaking much for all you do. We gotta make sure you get guys in there and get yourself ready, because it's your time at 1 a.m. to strike the power drum and bass into all of us out there. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening.
You're amazing.
No, you are amazing. No, you are amazing.
I love your energy.
I'm just a normal guy who just wants to shine a light on the next generation of people out there, both next generation and the old school people, because you guys are laying the foundation. I give my flowers to you. I give my flowers to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember these two names. They are killing the game. This is Lemon Jr. signing out. I love you guys so much. Peace.
Yeah, that was good.
And we're clear. We're good.
Fantastic. I appreciate you, brother.
No, thank
Always
you.
good seeing you, Len.
That's amazing.
Moment I've been
Woo!
in real time. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.